A few days ago, Meeple Station updated and added in a few things, so I thought I would make a quick video sort of showcasing what they are. Do keep in mind that this is still early access and in development, so some of them don't work quite as well as I would hope they would, but still worth taking a look at, and maybe they improve over time. The first thing that I'm going to show is Meeple have now a Health and Affinities tab. So the Health tab shows just generally where the injury is, and this will give you a list of what the injury is, how bad it is, and whether or not it's treated. I've got some clumsy people who very often get injured, like Broken Olive, who's got a sprained shoulder, a burnt knee that got infected, oh god, and their right lower arm is also sprained, and because they're clumsy, I feel like they hurt themselves too much. Maybe if there is an extremely clumsy or something like that, but this dude just all the time, he's a janitor and just keeps getting sprains. Like, I don't know what he's up to. And apparently he burnt his knee somehow. I don't know, but he did, and it got infected, so we gotta fix that. So to fix that, I need two things, one of which is a doctor, and I'll take a look at the new Affinities tab to find a good doctor. This just gives you a nice rundown of what all of their stats are. You can still use the traits thing to sort of figure it out, but it's like reserved with others. How does that compare with this and that? Like some of these are like, forthcoming. Is that super good? Is that just a bit good? Just generally sociable? There's no scale for it. So the Affinities tab now gives you a rundown of what that actually is. And I'm pretty sure these improve over time if you're doing the job. I'm not 100% sure on that though. So somebody who was Virtuoso like Leva is actually phenomenal with everything, because I think Virtuoso is the trait that improves all of your stats with everything ever, and it is just fantastic to have. So all of your stuff is really cool. Doctor 18's pretty solid, so I'll go ahead and do it. Doctor, avoid violent and clumsy. Low social is good, good confidence is good, and there, that's done. And then you need a doctor area thing. So what I've done is this. What was originally the sleeping quarters deal, I'm going to see about building the new medical supplies cabinet for it, I guess, and just throw it there. But I need a global mite. So for that, I have to do a little bit of trading, because that's a really fancy thing that's really difficult to refine, and I can't be bothered. However, trading has also changed a little bit. You can no longer simply use a normal airlock for this. We have to remove this airlock and build a very fancy particular one. And it is the docking gantry, which requires 50 steelite instead of just the normal 10 that you would use for the airlock. And this allows us to do trade among ship construction and ship settings. Though ship construction and ship settings aren't in yet, that is being worked on. But you build it, you click it, enable trade, done. Easy peasy, and a trade ship will come by and hopefully they've got global might. Not really sure. That's pirates. That's not what I'm after. Hi, we're gonna really need medical supplies soon. So the fighting is a little more involved now because there's actually a health system of sorts in game. Carbon has a severe laser burn at the chest. And yeah, untreated. Left leg and the left ankle, laser burn. Left arm on the hand, another laser burn. So you got fucked up pretty bad. Whew, handled it. So with, I really hate the auto select on hover over. It makes navigating these menus an absolute pain. Chin is severely burned though. And your left thigh. Yeah, so you are messed up. So we need to get some global night. Oh, there's another one. I thought there's just two. There's a trade ship. Do you have global might? You don't. Okay, maybe the next one. While we wait for that, I guess I'll show off another structure that you can build, and you might already see it. It's the half wall type things. Well, not really half walls. The separating walls. I don't know. T-walls, walls, X-walls, and wall corners, though they don't work very well. And this is something I hope to see improved, because if you have a room that's built in part with normal walls, you can't have the outer part of it as these half wall things, because it no longer connects and fits in with other rooms that aren't built with these separating walls. So this is really more of a thing for if you have a really big room, you use these to literally separate it. But the problem with that is that because it's on a half tile, furniture currently can't be put on these half tiles, so nothing can be up against the wall, which is a bit of a problem and a little bit defeats the purpose. But it still works okay if you have a big, massive, like if this was just one huge room, I could use these separating walls to separate out the bedrooms. And the separating wall itself still counts as a full tile for the bedroom, so it's pretty good for that, as it is now, I suppose. But it would be nice to see things being able to be on a half tile to make that a little easier to access. Hey, there's a trade ship with Global Might. Good deal. I was just building more docking gantries because you can have multiple. It still works just fine. Even if they're really close like this, it's no problem. Built that fast, click it, enable trade, and it'll still work just fine. So with that Global Might, I am building module medical supplies. I don't know if you need power or anything, I'm not really sure. I did try building that in this room. This was originally going to be the hospital area, but the half wall thing, I don't know if it's causing issues or what, but it wasn't working. It didn't want to work as a hospital. So I'm trying down here. It's a room built completely with just the natural native tiles, and we'll see how that goes. It seems happy with that. It's built. A new Meeple arrived. Hi, don't care. I can assign quarters, but I can't really make it like a doctor area. So could be I might need to refine. Oh, there's some couple new materials in here. Nice. Yeah, okay, there's nothing to refine. There's no research associated with it. So the next step would be just getting rid of the beds. I'm not sure. I do not know. That and the half walls don't really seem to be working very well right now. But hey, work in progress. Thought I'd make a video showing it off anyway. Kind of a cool thing. I really like the Meeple tabs. They seem to work pretty well. The only catch with the affinities is that it does not tell you if their traits make them a really bad choice for that. Like, you don't want a clumsy doctor. It will still tell you that they're a potentially okay doctor. Like Broken Olive, a clumsy genius. Looking at this, you wouldn't think anything of it, but because he's clumsy, there's certain things that he really super shouldn't do, but he still technically is good at. And I'm not saying that's really a problem. I kind of like the whole trait system. I greatly enjoyed that in Dwarf Fortress, just getting a nice paragraph about somebody and you can figure out what they're best for. But when you're trying to just get a move on with things, it does get annoying trying to go through and seeing, you know, what the hell are you good at? Let's get this sorted. And that's why there's the, I forget the name of it in Dwarf Fortress, a third-party thing that you can do that gives you a remote-style priorities table. So in the similar vein, you've got the Job Affinity tab here just to make it a really quick, easy, at-a-glance thing. You just have to be mindful of the traits still. The half walls, really cool. I just wish that they could be a little more compatible with full tile things, and I wish furniture could be placed on the half tiles. And people dying of asphyxiation, as far as I can tell, I think they just launched themselves out the airlock because of depression, because I'm not paying attention to any of them. I don't know. I've just been focusing on the new stuff. I'm not keeping this safe in particular anyway. Yeah, really cool steps in the right direction. Really interested in the ship design. Not sure what to think about that or what could be planned for that. Don't know. Maybe you could have multiple things on the map, so you could have like a little mining station set up, or a mining ship rather. Don't know. Or a trading ship, or a combat ship, or an exploratory ship. So I don't know, very mysterious, very much looking forward to it though.